Hello and welcome to another episode of Jeopardize. So in this episode, I want to talk about the iPhone 12, the whole series. It's really trending, and how they haven't, included a charger in it, and how the prices differ from one place to another. It's catching a lot of eyes, and they've also gone back to the rectangular format, as you can see in the pictures. I saw an interesting news that once they released the new iPhone 12 series, they lost around $81 billion, and their stock had slid around 4%, which is a lot, on Tuesday when they released their phone. Now, the accessories in the box: no charger, and by charger I mean wall brick. They give a lightning to USB Type-C, which is really interesting. In France, they are given an extra box in which they get free earpods, basically the wired headphones that Apple used to give with the rest of the accessories. Why did they do this? Well, because France requires the manufacturers to ship headphones with the phones by law, so they had to do this. Now, the iPhone 12 series has a Magsafe, a magnetic connector which is found between the back glass of the phone and the battery. It's called Magsafe, and it acts as a wireless charger. It costs around 4,500 rupees, which is a lot of money for a wireless charger. And you can also connect various cases and a wallet with it as well. There are some positive points and some negative points. So why don't we talk about the positive points first? It has a sturdy fit. Like, if you shake it a lot, it doesn't fall off, and you can use your phone while it's connected to the Magsafe, which in turn is really good for gaming. The negative part is that removing the charger is a two-hand action, so you have to do that. Like, literally removing a magnet. That's what you have to, that's the action. So now people have teared down the iPhone 12, literally, and in that one can find a Qualcomm X55 modem, 5G modem, and a 2815 mAh battery, which is disappointing at this price point. But it's Apple. It's Apple. What can you say? The 12 Pro Max has a battery of 3687 mAh, and the 12 Pro Max, the 12 Mini has a 2227 mAh battery. The 12 Pro Max has apparently a smaller battery than the 11 Pro Max. The 11 Pro Max had a 3967 mAh battery, and which is definitely not an upgrade there, which is a bit disappointing, because you look at different products, you look at different stuff. You look at Samsung, for an example, the main rival of Apple. They are definitely giving a charger, a wall brick. They sometimes also give a case in many different phones. But the charger box thing, not putting the charger in the box, is a whole weird concept, and it has received a lot of negative criticism. And as you can see here, Samsung and Xiaomi had taken a dig on Apple by not including a charger in their boxes. And by charger, I obviously mean wall brick. You couldn't insert it into the wall. You definitely have the wire obviously. And the additional Magsafe costs around $20 or 20 euros. Now, one interesting thing is that if you go to Dubai from India, right, and you buy an iPhone there, and you come back to India, it's much cheaper than buying the iPhone in India. And which is really interesting, because it's just too expensive compared to the price in America. It's almost twice as compared to the price in America in India. With over 2 million orders in just 24 hours, pre-orders for Apple iPhone 12 surpass iPhone 11 on its first day, which is just disappointing. A big fight going on between the iPhone 12 Pro Max or the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Which is better? That's a really good question. The specs are completely different. The Note 20 Ultra has a 6.9-inch display, OLED, with a super resolution of a 3088 by 1440, 120 Hz at full HD and 60 Hz at quad HD, while the display of the 12 Pro Max is just a 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display with a 2778 disappointing 2778 by 1284 resolution. The processor is the obvious 865 Plus in the Note 20 Ultra, and the 12 Pro Max has a A14 Bionic. You can get in 128, 256 and 512 GB storage, and the Note 20 Ultra you can get in 128, 256 and 512. RAM, the 12 Pro Max is upgraded from the massive RAM. 6 GB RAM in the 12 Pro Max, and you can get 12 in the Note 20 Ultra. Now the cameras are really different in the whole game over here. You get 12 megapixel wide angle camera, 12 megapixel telephoto camera with optical zoom, and 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. So 3 cameras, and you get also a LiDAR scanner. And in the rear for the Note 20 Ultra, you can get a wide angle 108 megapixel camera, which is a huge number, 3 digits. Telephoto 12 megapixel with 5 times optical zoom and 50 times hybrid zoom, and ultra wide 12 megapixel. The front camera is a bit less as compared to the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is the 10 megapixel. Software, we all know iOS 14 and Android 10. Now the battery is really interesting. I talked about the 12 Pro Max. It has a 78 milliamp hour battery. 78 milliamp hour battery? That's a good question. Yes, 3687 milliamp hour battery, while the Note 20 Ultra has 4500 milliamp hour battery. 25 watt fast charging, which that has a 20 watt fast charging. You can get it in several colors. Hold up. The Note 20 Ultra weighs less, 20 grams less than the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Yet it's a bit thinner. It's only 7.4 millimeters, the iPhone 12 Pro Max, while the Note 20 Ultra is a bit thicker at 8.1. You have several colors in the Apple option. You get silver, graphite, gold and Pacific blue, which is really interesting. The Mystic bronze in the Note 20 Ultra, Mystic white and Mystic black, which is a bit 120 Hz, man. Now there's also been news there that in the upcoming iPhone there will be an in-display fingerprint. Right. But I suppose the camera is much better than the, what can I say? Camera is much better in the iPhone 12 Pro Max because it's just better. It has a LiDAR scanner, and the sensor shift stabilization Apple says that it will do better job than OIS. But you get a 50 times hybrid zoom. So what do you choose? Well, the 512 GB of the Pro Max costs around $1,400, while the 512 GB costs around $1,450, so a $50 difference, and which is really good. Your whole series. Which one is better? The Always War, the Always War. Who knows? The Always War. That's what they call it. That's what they call the Always War. The Always War means between iOS and between Android, and the S Pen. S Pen in the Note 20 is irreplaceable. There's more RAM. What more do you need? I would definitely say if you have a good amount of money, you should definitely go for the Note 20 Ultra. And yes, why wouldn't he? He's an Android user. I am, but I've used iPhone as well, but I just don't like the accessibility on the iPhone, because it's just a bit. There's no 5G in India yet, but Jio and Qualcomm are working on it, so we hope that might work well. Jio and Qualcomm, they might do something good for India. So that's it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Jeopardize.